Good morning, this is Dwayne, and today we'd like to take a look at the key of C. I'm going to do a series on all the 12 keys, first major and then minor. So we're going to look at the key of C. What does it mean to play in the key of C? Well, it's very simple. It means you're basing your playing on the scale of C, which goes like that. That's the simplest of all keys, of course, to remember because it's all white keys. But once again, the formula for a major scale, any major scale, is to go up a whole step from the root, and then a whole step from the second to the third, and then a half step from the third to the fourth, a whole step from the fourth to the fifth, a whole step from the fifth to the sixth, a whole step from the sixth to the seventh, and a half step from the seventh to the eighth. So we have a ladder of notes that runs from the root up to the octave, octavo, 8. Okay, so we have a ladder of 8 rungs going from the root up to the octave. Okay, and that's very easy to see in the key of C. If you were in the key of B, it wouldn't be as easy because you couldn't just play all the white notes. To follow that pattern, you'd have to go up a whole step, then a whole step, then a half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So in the key of B, you have all the sharps, all the black. I shouldn't say all the sharps, but all the black keys. Okay. So let's come back to the key of C. It's based on the scale of C. So that means when you're playing. When you're looking at sheet music, you'll see no sharps or flats in the key signature. You won't see any sharps or flats in the key signature. You may very well see sharps and flats in the context of the piece, okay, and that's always the composer's choice. But you won't see it in the key signature. Okay, so we're basing our playing on the scale of C. Now the primary chords, the main homeboy chords in the key of C are the 1 chord. That's the chord built on the 1st degree of the scale. The 4 chord, built on the 4th degree of the scale, and the 5 chord, built on the 5th degree of the scale. Okay, so I'm taking every other scale note up from C, every other scale note up from F, and every other scale note up from G. Those are the most used chords in the key of C. And if you listen to songs, those will be the chords that occur the most in most songs. Okay, it's always the composer's choice. He doesn't have to use those chords. But if you put all the songs that were ever written in a computer and counted the chords, you would find that 1, 4, and 5 are the predominant chords in the key of C. Well, 1, 4, or 5 are the predominant chords in any key, but in the key of C, the predominant chords are the 1 chord C, the 4 chord F, and the 5 chord G. Incidentally, technically, the root chord is called the tonic chord. This is called a subdominant chord, and this is called the dominant chord. So we have tonic, subdominant, and dominant. Okay, those are the 3 most used chords. However, the next most used chords are the 2 chord, which would be D minor, followed by the 6 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is A minor, followed by the 3 chord, which is E minor, and bringing up the rear is the 7th. The chord built on the 7th degree of the scale, which is B diminished. Okay, so those are the most used chords in the key of C. So if I'm playing in the key of C, usually I'm going to play those primary chords more than the others. Okay, and no matter. That was kind of a corny style, but you could play any style at all. You're going to find those 3 chords used more than any others, followed by the 2 chord, the 6 chord, and the 3 chord. Okay, so we have the primary chords and then the secondary chords. Now, the composer can always put in whatever chords he wants, but when he does, he has to say so by way of putting accidentals in, sharps or flats. So, if you find a song that goes like this in the key of C, see, the composer has to say, okay, play a C sharp. It's not in the key signature, but he has to put a sharp in front of that C. And he has to put a sharp in front of that A, okay, to notate that chord. It doesn't change the key signature, but it does play. It changes what you're going to play on the keyboard, okay? Okay, so just a little introduction to the key of C, and each day we'll have a new video dealing with some other key, okay? And I'll go methodically through all the major and then the minor keys. So we'll see you again tomorrow with another video. Until then, thank you. Bye-bye for now.